It is day one of getting back on track with centering our self-care, and we're starting with a jog. We've jogged, had our nice shower and everything else. Now I'm gonna chill until it's time to go to Hot Pot. I might edit last week's vlog, I don't know. I might just sit on the couch. We are going to head out, and before we go over to Hot Pot, we are gonna go stop at Barnes & Noble. I kind of wanted to go yesterday, but then I got like a really bad headache and everything else, and I had gotten kind of overwhelmed with trying to go to a second grocery store too late in the day, and I'll make a video about why I really can't do that. Like it takes all the energy right out of me, and that's a drawback of being someone who is more sensitive to things like energy than I guess the average person is, not to get precious about it, but there are things that suck, that they just suck, that someone who isn't like that doesn't have to deal with. And usually people who either don't believe that these types of sensitivities exist at all, they'll just think you're being dramatic, and you're literally like having a meltdown and you have to go take a nap for the rest of the day because you're being exposed to way too much all at once. So for things like large shopping centers, I tend to go as soon as they open, like very, very early before anyone else gets there, because that's the only time I can really tolerate it for an extended period of time. So we're gonna stop at Barnes & Noble. I don't know if I'm actually gonna buy anything. I just kind of want to browse, and then we're gonna head over to Hot Pot. Misha's in the window. Hello, Misha. You want? Oh, slow blink. Yes, I love you too. That's a cute way of saying magic in blue. Y'all need to stop. Y'all, this one looks really awesome if you're looking to get out of the heterocentricity of the traditional decks and out of that masculine, feminine, mask, femme. This is likely the deck for you. They followed me. Okay, cool. Alright, we do have some minutes before I need to go for Hot Pot, and I did buy a few things because, you know, I knew there was a reason. Like, here's the thing. Yesterday I was like, I'm feeling the draw to go to Barnes & Noble's because I have a sense that there's a deck. There's likely a deck, so let's go check, because I have been shedding other decks that I no longer need, all that kind of stuff, and there's like another one that I used for the eclipse abduction reading. Don't ask me, I just work here. That once I read with it, I was like, you know what? This deck and I are just not a thing. And it was the Marigold Tarot. I bought that a long time ago, and that's the first time I ever read with it. Like, me and the Tarot of the Crone are like this, but even though I was called to use that Marigold Tarot for clarifying that reading, after using it, I was just like, no, this needs to go to somebody else. So that's going to be another one that I end up shedding. So I did get 2 decks, and I got a book. So the first deck that I got is, let's see if I can pronounce this right, the Tarocchino al Soldato. This one, some sort of recreation deck. It's replicas, and these are kind of older. I'll probably have to look and see, but I saw this was the one immediately that I saw, and I was like, yep, it's actually this one. This is the one, and I don't know why, but it is. Well, actually, my family is not from Italy. They're from Sicily, but I've been called to, just in general, do more spiritually with stuff from that area, like from Sicily. So I've been doing research on all of that, and reading the Bible is actually a good start. So it's a good thing I'm enjoying that. But maybe that's why, I don't know, it's calling to me due to ancestry. And then I actually have this one on my Amazon wish list, but I saw it, so I bought it anyway. I got Cats Rule the Earth Tarot because they do, okay? And I really like the style of art that this is using. Someone just texted me and I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look at that. So I'll wrap this up relatively quickly. For the feline obsessed, there's another oracle deck on my Amazon wish list that I want to get that looked really, really funny and specific. And it seemed kind of like a tea deck, but it's all, I think it's called Cat Gurus. Anyway, I need more cat stuff. I don't know what this is going to be used for, but I already have the Tarot of the Pagan Cats clarifiers, so probably we'll be using like all of the cat decks together for specific theme readings. And then the book I got is The Contemplative Tarot, A Christian Guide to the Cards by Brittany Muller. I'm really interested in reading this since I tend to like scripture and all of that anyway, and this one has scripture attached to the cards that I likely haven't gotten to yet, because it's looking like these are a whole bunch of, oh no, there's something from Exodus. Oh, that's an interesting one for the Seven of Pentacles. The scripture that she has for the Seven of Pentacles is, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. And I actually do enjoy that as a reflection on, you're not supposed to work all the time, and they talk about it as honoring God, right? But really for me, what that means, especially for manifestation, is you are supposed to rest from your work so that the universe or God can do their work. Like if you're putting your energy out all the time, you are leaving no space for the divine forces to come in and assist you or flat out like perform the miracle, right? Because you can't do that on your own. Anyway, I'm interested in reading this because all I've been reading lately is the Bible. And look, while it actually has a lot of top 10 bangers in it, I would like to do something a little bit lighter. So let me check this text message really quick, and then if we still have time, maybe I'll do a car reading. I actually do have a minute. That text was just from someone who couldn't access the location information. I'm looking, we're gonna do the Lo Scarabeo, this Italian recreation deck. The cards are really elongated, and I actually don't know if I'm gonna be able to read this deck, but we're sure gonna try. I might actually need to read the guidebook for once, because there's like nothing but imagery on these cards that I've seen so far, and I don't know. We're gonna have a flat out intuitive read here. We'll make it quick. We'll make it quick. Ooh, it shuffles nicely. Maybe we'll get a little 3-card read. This isn't the weekly read, by the way. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's no frame of reference on these cards. I might not be this advanced. I don't know. Maybe that's the point, right? Get good, bitch. All right, 3 cards, 3 cards. That makes me think of 3-card Monty, and it's this one. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, oh, we have someone looking very tired. We need some help, perhaps some divine assistance. This man is an angel. You know, that's making me think of divinity in places that you wouldn't expect, right? That's actually reminding me of a story. Because this man looks like he's on crutches, and this little brush here is also like, it's making me think of a janitor or someone who seems like they're in a lowly position, like the servant, right? The concept of the servant being the highest position, which is in fact very true, because in order to actually become sovereign, to understand your own rulership, kingship, queenship, however you want to think about it, that is the place from which you enter into servitude. If you try to get into servitude before you become sovereign, you'll end up doing like more like doormatty type of things. You have to really, like, the servant is actually the highest position. It's not a lie, but the true servant, like, before you get to that position, what you're really doing is entering into slavery and bondage willingly, because it's like you're martyring yourself unnecessarily almost. You have to get to a position of like ultimate self-respect and self-worth to then see that in everybody and understand that the service is actually coming from an extremely elevated place. I don't know what that has to do with anything that's going on there, but we've got a lot of sword energy here. Let me look at these cards. So we have this person, which is actually reminding me of a more foolish energy, and not the fool in a good way. Like, I really feel like this person is kind of a horse's ass. It's like they're wielding the sword, but it's going into their own back. This is like really shitty Knight of Swords energy. It's someone who thinks they know something, but really they don't know anything, and whenever they try to take action, they're just riding on a horse's ass and stabbing themselves in the back. Like, this person isn't going anywhere, but they think they are. Like you know, they just, even the horse looks like a jackass, you know? And then we have this person who actually seems more like the wiser person, who is seated and in command. Like, this seems more like King or Queen of Swords energy. Like, this person actually knows what they're doing, even though they do look kind of haughty as well, but it's just sort of like they're almost looking at this person like, bro, literally shut the fuck up. And then we have this, which seems like the Wheel of Fortune a little bit. When I saw this, the phrase that came into my mind was a dog chasing its own tail, which comes like a dog chasing its own tail. This is kind of like almost like a warning message a little bit. It's sort of like, don't be overly wise, right? The second that you think that you are the smartest one or you have the supreme wisdom, you're automatically going to get into this chasing your own tail energy, and it kind of never works out manifestation wise or fate wise. You kind of want to be in more of this position. This, I know, but I'm going to be quiet about it. Like, this is someone who talks a lot about what they think they know, and then this is someone who actually knows and says very little. Like, they actually understand these forces, while as this person is actually, because that curved sword is kind of like them being lashed to the wheel, whereas this person is on the center or entirely off of that wheel. Okay. I have no idea if that is a correct interpretation for these cards at all. I will have to read the book because I have no idea. Anything else? Something about the wheat and the wolves. Like, do you want to be food for the wolves? Or do you want to have plentiful harvest? Where are you? On the bottom or on the top? Oh, this is so interesting. This is so interesting because what I was thinking about today, something I got channeled wise that I'll probably do like a full-on reading about later that I'll record, is there's something that wants to come out about karma. So this might be a little preview. I don't know if I'm going to use this deck. I'm actually more pulled to the Crone deck for whatever that karma reading is, but I guess maybe this is a little bit like a teaser for what's going to come with that. Super interesting. Okay, let me go now. Can I tell you, I get so paranoid parking in apartment complexes because I have followed all of these instructions and I have parked along the back fence in one of the spaces that is not marked reserved, but all of these spaces have numbers on them, and I'm just like, I get super paranoid because it's like, well, is it just numbered for the sake of the spot being numbered, or does that number correspond, to a particular unit that's here? And probably not. I've probably done all the right things, but I'll have to ask, like, once I find the actual unit that I'm supposed to be in.
Literally was counter sewing for like $1, I think.
Okay.
And he wanted to get like a couple of new ones. It was basically like a super white person, like skiing accidents.
We're also catching up on tea for the Gwyneth Paltrow trial. Nice. I think we're gonna do a shorter jog today because I'm still kind of wiped from yesterday. And I really was not feeling the read that I gave for myself. I don't know if I'm gonna try and do my weekly read again to see if maybe like some messages repeat, but I was just in like grimy energy for that read. And it's because I tried to do it after doing a whole bunch of stuff and I just wasn't me. So I don't know, I might try it again. You eating those curtains? You eating those Now you know he was bad. If he ran off like that. There you are. Is that Dasa? Yeah, that's Dasa. Okay. So I actually, when I came home from the hot pot get together yesterday, I did the weekly reading then, and I really was not feeling it. Like I felt like I was just not in the headspace to do the read anyway, just because I was really exhausted from the socializing and everything else. But I went ahead with it, and I just didn't like the read. And it wasn't that I thought that it was inaccurate, but I was just like, let's try this again tomorrow because I think I'm just not in the headspace to be doing this for myself right now. And then I did a second read just now. And again, it's just like the energy, like if it is accurate, I am not putting it out there just because it pisses me off. Because if the read is accurate, what is actually going on in my energy predominantly for the week doesn't really have anything to do with me or things that I'm going to do. It's like stuff going on with other people on the edges of the orbit of my energy. It's like people circling and like trying to decide what to do. And both times when I read, when I was feeling the energy of these other people, it was just not good. Just not any situation that I would want to be entertaining or entering. That energy is stank, and I'm not entertaining it. What did come out in the first read that I think is perhaps valuable for me for the week is that it's looking like I'm going to have a lot of success centering my own self-care and bringing my routines back into balance. And that's the only thing I need to be focusing on, because that makes me feel good. That puts me in fulfillment, and that puts me in a much better position in my own life. There was also a little thing about going to the park. And when I was like, oh, maybe I'll go, tomorrow. And they were like, no, Wednesday or Thursday. So Wednesday or Thursday, we're gonna go to the park, see what's up, maybe both days. Now y'all, I just wanted to show you, I didn't do an unboxing because I just wanted to get right to work, but I got myself an uproot cleaner bundle. If you don't know what these are for removing pet hair from garments, carpets, beds, and I just want to tell you, like I've been working with this all morning. I don't know if you can see, like I did end up getting like blisters and stuff. I have to do another pass, but at least for the large area rug that I have downstairs and the hall runner rug, I got so much cat hair out of those. If you've been seeing these, hold on. If you've been seeing those in your targeted ads and you've been wondering, like you looked at the comments and everybody's been going, oh my God, this is really the best. No, it's amazing. But you've still been like, I don't know. It was worth every penny. They absolutely do work. It's a really great tool. The bundle, I think, was under $100. That's the one, like it's got a tall like thing. You can use that on your carpets. I also got a smaller one that you can use on furniture, and then a much smaller one that you can use on your clothes. I haven't tested out those yet, but so far it's been worth every penny. Not sponsored, by the way, though you should. Uproot Cleaner, I'm gonna be talking about you like every time I use you in my vlog, so. Hit me up with the sponsorship. We're gonna attempt to do my personal weekly read one more time because the energy has shifted. I think what was going on is that for a couple of days now, I've been knowing that a reading on karma has been wanting to come through. And I think that whatever that energy was, it was coming into my personal read for myself. And now that I've given that read on karma, my personal energy is much lighter. So I think I was being affected by that and that had to be cleared. However, I am only going to try this one more time. And if those external energies just still show up in my read, it's just whatever is going on over there is just more powerful and intense than what is going on with me this week, because what is going on with me this week is pretty relaxed. I just had some delicious leftover hot pot. I have enough for like another lunch tomorrow because I had oxtail while I was there and I was able to take 2 more oxtail home with me. So I had one in my lunch today. We've got big happy changes. See, I knew the energy shifted. No. But yes. Helpful people. Reconsider within the next few weeks. What the heck? And then we have within the next few months as well. Peaceful resolution. You know what I'm getting? Whatever big happy changes are in the underlying energy this week, it's sort of like they're so big that I'm going, no, but yes, like, I need support and like reconsider. I think I'm getting reconsider like what are you saying to me? This being in this card is attempting to communicate. I'm getting just calm down, you know what to do. And it's something about reconsider, like striking in anger, but like this no and yes, like these aren't the like little mediocre, because there's like a no and yes that don't have these exclamation points behind them. So it's like no and yes, not no and yes. It's like very, very dramatic for these big happy changes. Or, there might be one thing that I have to say no to, and then no, they're not saying that. It's something about the nature of how this is coming in and how it's going to make me react to it. I'm pretty sure. I'm also getting reconsider who you tell. Might not be something I can blog about. I'm already saying no. Can't blog about it. Not yet. Oh, this energy feels so much better. Oh my gosh. Expectation, high honor, coffin, main female. That expectation, when whatever happens, I might have an expectation, because they're saying big happy changes, right? This high honor, I think it's just like part of that big happy change energy. Like this is a big deal, right? So I have an expectation that this big deal that's really good is actually going to go bad, like this coffin, or it's going to go away or something like that. Classic me. But let's see what's going on here. We have the situation will improve. Oh, despair. I don't feel in despair. Wait, again, we've been getting this wait card. Because there is unexpected income on the way. Not the right time, thief. Maybe that's why we can't say anything. It's not the right time to talk about, like, wait, the situation will improve. I don't know about that despair energy though. They're saying get a tarot on it, okay. The situation will improve. There's unexpected income or unexpected, like something in materiality coming, right? Something that's gonna change my material environment. It's something that will be given to me that is unexpected, or incoming that is unexpected. Wait, it is not the right time to like talk about this because there is in fact a thief present. Or talking about it might make it like go away or something like that. What is this despair? Because I don't feel despair. Maybe it's about the work stuff? 10 of Swords? I'm clueless at this point. Let's go ahead and get the first. Okay, we're getting 2 cards here because I don't feel that about any situation. Another 2 cards. Interesting. I mean, the closest is the work stuff. I didn't know on that one. And 2 more. Like 2 have come out each time. The 2 of Cups. The 2 of Wands and the Lovers in the underline. All right, despair and the situation will improve. We've got the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Well, that's positive energy. Some sort of incoming care, passion. That's certainly a lot better than despair and the 10 of Swords. I have to pull in that. Whoa! We've got the Knight of Cups now, and the 10 of Cups. Well, I mean, that would... I'm definitely not in this energy right now. Despair might be overkill. Maybe I'm just feeling dismal because, like, I've been dealing with so much. That could be it. Ooh. Not the right time. Thief. We've got this... Dasa. Thank you. We've got the 9 of Wands, clarified by the 9 of Cups. So something that I've been working on that's left me in like this like beat like that. The 9 of Wands I can give myself. Not quite the 10 of Swords though. So this might be incoming, but like let me see. We get one more on this 10 of Swords and despair. This is this week? Yes. Oh, 9 of Pentacles. It might just be the idea that like the 7 of Swords and the Devil at the bottom of the deck. There are past situations that I've been in that have left me in the mindset of I'm just gonna have to be chill, like in my own comfort and in my own energy predominantly. Like, you know, I have friends and everything else, but as far as like very, very close relationships, it's just like, bro, no. Like I'm not in despair over it, but it's just like this kind of middling, like make your peace with that, right? And so if that's it, they're saying like, no. This situation is going to improve. What is this unexpected income? The World. It's coming from elsewhere in the world, perhaps? Yes. They're telling me to go to the Kipper for the Thief. And to get a Kipper on all of these. Yes. Okay. Oh, this World is the Hangman and the 4 of Swords. This is just like that situation will improve energy. Like this sort of stasis. This stasis and aloneness. Or solitariness, solitudeness that I've been in. Do I get it? No, we're going straight to the Kipper. Yeah, 10 of Wands, like I've been working hard and everything. What is this Thief? A mature man. Great fortune and sudden wealth and concern at the bottom of the deck and message of concern. Imprisonment, like something has to be done to contain this thief. Don't tell anyone. Toil and labor, yeah, working alone. Or, I mean, something that I'm working on is going to be reinvigorated. Or just my status right now in general. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Like the energy's just gonna change supremely. There's going to be a message about this 10 of, well, the Knight of Cups is a messenger, or can be delivering a message. The main male and coffin at the bottom of the deck with marriage and false person there. False person upside down though. Well, something came to an end somewhere. Whoa. And then high honor for the Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands. False person. That's what that mature man thief. A false person who is an official person. You're saying I can't get any tarot? Not the right time. You're saying I can pull on these though. Yeah, I'm just getting, like, reiterating, because what's playing right now in my mind is don't speak. Don't speak. I know just what you'll speak. Like, don't tell me 'cause it hurts. So don't talk about whatever this is. So y'all can't know either. But I'm hearing, like, don't worry about it. It's gonna be taken care of. Just don't talk about it. Something's incoming from a distance that's gonna, like, put me in this, like, Queen of Wands position. What is that? A Six of Cups. Some kind of offer. I might get a message about it. A Princess of Swords. So this is the Page of Swords. That's with the message. There's gonna be a message. Block. Yeah, if I talk about it, it's like the success and the awesomeness and the magic and the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles is going to be blocked. Yeah, whatever this message is, it's a message that is successful or about success or is going to help me with some sort of success. With getting out of that energy, likely. Yeah, it's something about an incoming thing. This Three of Wands. Temperance. Be patient. Be patient. And, like, I've got strength here, but, like, this is giving me silence. Be strong and be silent. This is an odd read, but it's gonna put me in, like, really nice, fresh energy. This Fool. Saying, yeah. Everything's a yes. Everything's a yes. Don't block this moving on. And this is, like, by speaking, by revealing the truth. Getting it will all become clear. So cryptic. Okay, one more and then we're done. Unless I get a card I don't like. The Lovers. Somebody's coming in with something. Maybe I'll hear about it, I don't know. All right, there's my weekly read, finally. Well, it is still external energy that's affecting me because I don't really see myself doing anything here but, like, receiving and not speaking. Just to wrap it up for the day, we have used the uproot cleaner on all of the rugs and we have done a phenomenal job. There are a couple of, like, little areas on this main area rug that I'm probably gonna have to use the little handheld thing for, but that's really if I'm being aggressive about the situation because the rugs look great. And I actually did 2 uploads today and I did the karma reading and I finally got my personal reading out. Oh, I also uploaded Phoebe's information into that portal, but I can't find where I need to upload her little medication records to, so I'll ask them when they come over on Wednesday for the meet and greet. And if they don't call me tomorrow to confirm that, I'll have to call them. So tomorrow, the most important things are going to be sweep, de-hair with the handheld uproot cleaner, Phoebe's room. Like, Phoebe's room needs to be just, like, completely cleaned up, but the whole house needs to be swept. Now that we've done all of the decat hairing, we need to cook. Oh, we have meditation group tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Forgot about that. Meditation group, potentially. And if that's not too much, then we'll work on dusting and surfaces as well. Clean Phoebe's room, sweep the house. Oh, we need to put the laundry away too. We need to fold the laundry because I did wash clothes. I don't know, it's gonna be a heavy duty chore day tomorrow. Once I get through this meet and greet, because I want to get most of the chores done before the meet and greet, but then there's some other, like, more deep cleaning things that I would also like to get done, but I'll probably give myself a chore break on Wednesday or after Wednesday, and then pick up again on Thursday. We're supposed to go to the park too. We'll also go to the park at some point and see if anything happens serendipitously over there. I think I might do another reading before I call it quits for the night because I really want to read with that Tarocchino El Soldato deck. I looked it up, and there's really not any information, like, because there is no guidebook in there, just FYI. And when I try to do a read with it, I actually didn't do that badly because it mostly follows the tarot decks that you're familiar with. It just doesn't have like all of the pip cards, and I don't think all of the major arcana cards either. And like the way the major arcana are depicted is very different. And so what I did was I found a YouTube video where someone was flipping through the deck and they were naming each of the cards as they came out, and I was like, oh, okay, so I wasn't too off. Then when I tried to do the reading after watching that video, the court cards were a bit confusing. Like, I was thinking that pages were actually queens and kings, but you have to go by the little hats. Like, the pages have particular hats, and the kings and queens are wearing crowns, but some of the kings have beards, some of them don't, and like, the court cards are just a little bit like, oh, what the heck? And then the Queen of Pentacles actually looks like she's holding a wand, so it gets very confusing between her and the Queen of Wands, but like, she's got a pentacle at the top of her baton, so that's how it's gonna go down. But I think I'm gonna try and do like a short reading with that deck tonight, because it was actually reading really well, but I didn't want to post it since I was getting like mixing up all of the court cards. So once I laid them all out and figured out, okay, these are the pages, these, like, the knights are easy always because they have horses in them. It's the pages, the queens, and the kings that get a little bit tricky, especially when the king does not have a beard. I'm actually doing cereal for dinner, which I'm fine with. And I did okay on my hydration today. We could have done a little bit better on that. Hey, where are we? Ow! Good Lord, I'm being attacked already. What? Leave me alone. It doesn't even matter. Within the chore countdown, we have swept the whole house, cleaned and de-haired Phoebe's space, put the laundry away, folded the clothes and everything. I think I got most of all of that done before noon. We've just had lunch and I've been taking a little rest. Oh, I also confirmed that the meet and greet is still on for tomorrow at 10 a.m. What we have left is I'm gonna be starting cooking, and I think we're going to be doing dusting and surfaces, you know, while things are cooking. And then of course, we will have to do the dishes after that, and perhaps also clean the stove. That's one of my deep cleaning projects. I don't know that I technically have to do that before tomorrow, but if we're gonna be in the kitchen anyway, we might as well do it. And I did not jog, like, it's all just been physical chores today, so I did not jog. I'm also likely not going to meditation group because I'm just gonna be way too exhausted after everything I've been doing. And meditation group ends late, so when that happens, usually like Wednesday, it's really hard for me to summon up the energy to do my jog. So I'd rather just have today be the rest day, not go to meditation group again this week, unfortunately, then pick up jogging tomorrow. I think that's gonna be more important. And then after that, it's just because I'm trying to front load all of these chores before the meet and greet tomorrow. Like, things should be a bit more balanced, hopefully. In the coming weeks, the work never ends. We have completed all of the chores, including cooking, though I am oddly not hungry at all for dinner. We had leftover hot pot again today for lunch. And when I got through the cooking, I was just like, ugh. So I'm just having some royal milk tea, and I might have some M&Ms. But that's it. I really don't have any room for a full meal. So we will have some of what we prepared tomorrow, which is essentially a bunch of chicken. We have chicken and sauce. We'll have it with broccoli and also chicken on leaves. Yay! But I also have like onions and mushrooms and all of that all sauteed up nice. And I was trying to dust the Roomba and I accidentally activated it. It's the first time I've used it in here. The cats flipped out. Nisha was actually more curious than afraid, but Dasa just, she made herself scarce until the Roomba went back to sleep. Before the meet and greet tomorrow, I do want to do a little bit more cleaning in that downstairs bathroom. But then I'm gonna give myself a chore break for Wednesday and Thursday. And we might pick up again on Friday, depending. I need to order some supplies, and I don't know that I want to do that. But yeah, and all the dusting and surfaces as well, like everything. I accomplished everything today. A massive day of chores. I actually didn't get finished until around like 5, but it was worth it. I even have all the decorative pillows on the bed, or at least one of them. And when I leave, we'll put the decorative pillows up on the second bed, the one that I use most frequently, because I'm not putting those on and off the bed. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, no one's here but me. Oh, and the stove. What about the stove? I might have time to do that tomorrow, depending. It doesn't super matter, but it's kind of funky right now. It really needs a nice clean. But that's the next stuff. Like, the next wave of chores is going to be like deep cleaning things like toilets, showers, bathtubs, microwave, stove, just everything like that. And then maybe in the summer, going into the fall, depending on what hurricane season decides to do this year, I'd really like to start prettying things up a little bit more. It's just the walls are so tall. It's like you need huge art to do anything with some of these walls, and it's just like, I don't have investment piece money. Maybe eventually, but not now. Okay, I'm super tired, but we're gonna attempt our jog. I gotta tell you, that was not a very pleasant jog. I'm just kind of not feeling well. And now we have to prep, do all the morning routine, feed the cats, and get through maybe these last little series of chores before the meet and greet at 10 a.m. And we just got done with the meet and greet, and everything went really well, except, you know, Phoebe was Phoebe. I tried to warn. She actually didn't mind, but she was like petting Phoebe like a regular cat, and I was just like, Phoebe gets overstimulated, and then Phoebe went into Phoebe mode, but she's just not like, that's just who Phoebe is, and I don't think any sort of medication is going to change that. She just gets very overstimulated and she goes into attack mode, and she doesn't bite hard or anything, and the sitter did not seem to mind, but she was just like kind of looking like, that is how this cat acts. And then once Phoebe is done asserting her boundaries aggressively, she's kind of over it again. But I'm gonna leave her because she just got a lot of stimulation, and I was just like, oh no, you gotta be really quiet and gentle with her. Like, you can't really pet her like a normal cat. Like, she'll get really upset. So, but other than that, it was great. I'm just filming my little tiny wrap up for the day. We had chicken with leaves for dinner. A big bowl of chicken with leaves. And after the meet and greet, I really just relaxed for the most part. I edited and uploaded another video. And now I'm gonna take my chore break. Like, I took a chore break after the meet and greet, but I'm going to take Thursday as another chore break, but I'm probably gonna do stuff with filming and editing and all that nice junk. And maybe finally start this contemplative tarot book. I'm almost done with the first omnibus of Other Side Picnic as well, and I enjoyed that. The first part kind of more than the second. We'll see how this wraps up. I'm probably gonna stick with the series. Probably we will do our park excursion tomorrow as well, because, you know, it came up in the read, but I don't. We're probably just gonna have a nice little enjoyable jog at the park, and we might see some critters. Like, that's about what I'm thinking is going to happen, because, you know, I'm psychic. I'm just doing a quick check-in today. I did not jog. I did not go to the park. I woke up just with no energy, and that's been the theme for the day. I did edit and upload a couple of videos. I've just been asleep. So probably I needed that, and maybe we'll have a fresh start tomorrow. But as of right now, I'm just dead. I'm completely dead. And I don't even know that I'm gonna get to another video today. I might, because I'd rather have something locked and loaded for tomorrow. But I just can't even think right now. Misha keeps trying to eat my cereal. Misha! He's looking over at me. Stop eating my cereal. We're starting a bit late today and we are not at the park. I was still just dead tired today and I thought I wasn't gonna jog at all, but I've had my little sit, I've had some tea, and now it's like, okay, let's go ahead and jog. That was a good jog. Like, that one felt really good during and after, and I wasn't expecting it. I love when that happens because honestly, the last 2 jogs have been garbage. Like, obviously you still get benefits from it, but it's much more pleasant when the jog actually feels good during and after. Like, usually there's some resistance before, especially if you're doing it in the morning, but then once you just get started, the momentum kicks in and everything feels great. All right, I'm not sure if this is a good decision or a bad one, but I kind of want to get out of my house, and I have been in kind of a battle with myself for the past couple of days saying like, oh, I kind of want like some type of tasty food, like something that I haven't cooked, but I've also been my own, we have food at home. We don't need to go out, we have food at home, and it's like, I know, but so I am going to go over to Mochi Nut because I've been wanting to try it for a while. So we'll pick up some mochi donuts, and likely I will be getting a, you know, one of those fried cheese dogs, which I've had before. They're very good, but you know, not something you super want to have every day. But look, we're just gonna have some fun, all right? Look how tasty. Now, I'm not gonna eat all of this, of course. I tend to get an assortment and then pick and then share, but I got, these are honey lavender mochi donuts. These are, I think, chocolate funnel cake. And then these are ube churro. And then I got a milk tea boba. And then we have an original, this is like sweet chili sauce, and a potato that we're gonna bite off of. But I think what I just want right now is some milk tea. Y'all, I have just officially freaked myself out. This is gonna be my last check-in of the night. I just did a reading about, it was metaphoric, about making certain deals with the devil. And not the literal devil. This is just something that the message is, be careful essentially what you manifest, because things that you think are gonna make your life easier, in fact, can make your life a lot harder. Like, the reality of certain manifestations is like way more stressful than what you imagine it to be. But that was coming across as making deals with the devil. And right after that reading, I went to go get a scrunchie from the bathroom, and the downstairs bathroom is right by my front door. And when I walked out of the bathroom, it sounded like someone, like some kind of animal, like, I don't know, at the front door, like took their claws and scratched on the front door. Dasa and Misha were like, it would have been outside. Like, it sounded like someone outside scratching down my front door, and there's windows right there. And I can see through, and I looked all around. I was like, is there some, and like, did a rodent or something get into the house? There's nothing there. And I, like, you know, peeked out the window. There's nothing outside. And I'm just like freaked out because I'm just like, ooh, like old scratch, right? I don't need that type of synchronicity in my life, like, at all. Like, y'all can keep all of that. Like, I have only tame manifestations over here. I'm just taking that as a synchronicity for the read, but also I'm like done for the evening now. Like, I'm just going to bed, and hopefully we're actually going to go to the park tomorrow for the jog, because I'm just like, clear the energy. All right, we're actually going to the park today for literally no reason other than, hey, it came up in the read, so why not go? And it's nice to change up the scenery every once in a while for the jog. Also, Dr. Martin Luther King was on the radio. I was listening to him. Liberation. Oh, Jesus. This is so incoherent. You know, this is, what, Holy Saturday? Jesus is in the tomb, right? Waiting to resurrect. And whether you're taking that literally or not, like, I'm fine with taking it literally, but what it means is self-liberation. The second coming is your awakening. It's not Jesus coming back to save you. Jesus is long gone, already sent the template energetically out into the universe, as have many, many others. Pick the one you prefer and wake up. Sometimes you'll fall back asleep again. That's why we do this every year. That's why we do the Jesus thing every year, because remember to wake up. Free yourself. That's what it's all about. Here we go. There's already some kind of commotion going on.
Hey, Snooks.
Scary. A bun for Easter. Good morning. Morning. Okay, well, our jog at the park is done. We saw plenty of critters, and I did have one interesting insight while I was here. The card that inspired me to stop here at least one day out of the week was the devil. And what I thought about as I was jogging is Judas, because it is Holy Saturday. But you know, Jesus is always hogging the show here. Okay, we know he is risen. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. But without Judas, we would not have the he is risen, right? We needed the betrayer. The betrayer is a sacred role, which is hard to parse. You know, that's one of the mysteries of the universe, how that works, how that is also sacred and holy. And we are often condemning that role. Judas is sort of an echo of Satan, as Satan was the most beautiful angel, you know, who betrayed God, oh dear, as he was supposed to, as he was meant to. You know, without all of that, we would not have a material world, okay? So spare some thanks for Satan, all right? And spare some thanks for Judas as well, who also betrayed the Lord with a kiss. The most beloved of, you know, Jesus's friends is the one who sunk the knife in. But without that, there would be no liberation. He would not have risen. He would not have been free. There are two snakes on the caduceus for a reason, but eventually, even that dance comes to an end, and we don't need that anymore. Now that we're home, besides feeding the demons and everything else, there's only one thing I really want to accomplish today, and that is getting a script out about mental magic. The universe is all mental. People hate me for this take. It's the people who really want some stuff to be true that's not. It's not that I want to rain on your parade. I want you to be able to have real magic, real manifestation, and it's not all mental. That's my point. Oh, I also meant to add, I tried all of the mochi donuts the other day, which is really nice. Like, since they're in those spheres, you can just like pluck a sphere out. It's really easily separable, and just like taste test them all without, you know, committing to the entire donut. And number one favorite was the lavender honey. Runner up was ube churro. I think I would just like ube in the future, but they don't ever have like the full menu up. It's only a selection of the flavors that they offer at any one time. And then the crappy one was the like chocolate funnel cake. Ooh, it was just not good. And I will say, I like the size of these a lot better, because I've tried mochi donuts over at Sweet Handcraft before. They're a lot smaller, and I didn't like them because the smaller ones, or at least the ones at Sweet Handcraft, were like super greasy. And I was like, oh no, thank you. But the larger ones over at Mochi Nut are like really good and fluffy, and they like just have a nice little texture to them. There is still a little bit of grease, so if you don't like that, you probably won't like a mochi donut. Oh, hello. Okay, let me check in before I forget. First of all, I did finish my script for why I am not a proponent of the universe is all mental and mental manifestation. I didn't think I was going to, because when I finished all of the morning tours after coming back from running, I crashed out again. I fell asleep, and when I woke up, I was feeling so grimy and groggy. And I was just like, oh, I don't know that I'm gonna finish that script. But then, like, I just got up and powered through it and finished it. I still need to type it up, because I'm not putting out as many scripted videos as I would like about manifestation. I'm kind of a little bit annoyed with the amount of energy reads that I've been putting out, but they're just a lot simpler and quicker to produce than writing the script and filming it. Tomorrow, I'm going over to Mom's for Easter. We're gonna have a little breakfast to get together, which should be nice. And I pulled through the stupidest read that I'm not even posting. I was so annoyed by it. The only reason why it benefited me at all was because I was sitting around and like I had just eaten a big salad because I was just like, my mood is so bad. I don't know what's going on. Like all of a sudden I was just like upset and just like, and it was like despair sort of upset, like, oh, what's the point of anything? And I was like, what the hell? What is even going on with me right now? That is not the space that I'm in. And so I was questioning, I was like, is this me or is this someone else? Because I don't get those sorts of feelings very often anymore. Like there really has to be something going on. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna eat something. And then I was eating my big salad with chicken and I felt better. And then all of a sudden I just got slammed with this like horrible anxiety. And I don't get that anymore either, unless there's something very serious going on. And so I was just like, there's got to be like, this is not my feeling. There's got to be some sort of message that wants to come through. Let me check. And sure enough, there was. But essentially, what the reading was someone who put someone else in a third party, who left the person they were with for a third party. The third party that they got with then put them in a third party. So the person who cheated got cheated on, and they were super mad and vicious. Like the energy was so grimy. Like the person who was the original cheater who then got cheated on was just like, I hate everybody and like to hell with all of this. And they were like ready to like, they were just, it's a very murderous, ragey energy. And they were leaving the situation. Like it seemed like it was like if this person had gotten married, it was a divorce going on. And the anxiety and upsetness was coming from the person who got caught cheating again. And I was just like, this is the stupidest shit I've ever read in my life. And what was worse was like nobody learned anything from the situation. The person who was the original cheater, who then got cheated on, is just leaving the person. They're leaving the original third party to go get into more third parties. I was just like, I'm not posting this. I don't give a shit. Like, who cares? But when I finished with the reading, all of my anxiety was gone. It was somebody else's anxiety, and I was just like, this is stupid. Don't give me this. I don't care. Like, the only time I ever want to read for anything like that is when, like, I don't know, at least somebody learns something from the situation. I do not like readings where essentially like people do bad things, they learn nothing from doing bad things, and they go and continue doing bad things. Like, who is that helping at all? I don't know. It's just like, anyway, it was stupid. In the middle of it all, like towards the end, I was just like, this is so stupid. I'm not posting this at all. But bringing through that energy, like it wasn't my energy, it really was somebody else's. But I was just like, okay, so these are just all garbage people who are going to continue being garbage. Like, okay, I don't need to know. It's none of our business. Anyway, that's it. That's it for the entire week. I have kind of forgotten what I read for myself at the beginning of this week, but what I seem to recall is that it was a lot of stuff going on, like, outside of me. Even when I finally got my own reading off, like, all of them, it felt like the energy was far away from me. And my own energy and what's going on with me is so quiet right now. There's like not a lot going on that it's not going to be predominant in the read. So I'm going to get stronger energies that are on the outside of me. Anyway, so good game.